Is it doing it? Why is it recording? Why are you recording? Well, you're there. Oh.
And I'm also going to record this recording as well. So if anybody need it in the future, I have it ready for you. If not, I'll be willing to go over this again. But first thing first, got to remember you are not the provider. You are provided for. You can't make money at a snap of a finger. You're at God's mercy. You're at the will of God for you to receive money. You're at the mercy of the market, because everybody knows once you get into the market doesn't care whether you're trading with your rent and whether you're trading with whatever it is that you're trading with. Either you're going to come in and be profitable or you're going to come in and lose. It's going to be gone just like that. All right. So the key thing to remember about this is to be humble at all times. All right. Be humble at all times, because when you're humble, it gives you a clear mind when you actually come into the market and trade. The next thing you need to have is faith and confidence, guys. Faith and confidence. So with that being said, just know that every time that you come to, whether you're going to your phone or you're on your computer, whatever it is that you're trading on, right? You need to make sure that you have the confidence every time you step in, you're about to make some money. Straight up. Scared money doesn't make money at all. Right? So be confident no matter what, you're about to come in and make this money. So how do I boost up my confidence? How do I start feeling myself? How do I put myself in my own glow? All right. The way how I put myself in my own glow, I listen to some music. All right. Listen to something that's going to make you feel like you're going to be on top of the world. Listen to some music that's going to pump you up and make you get ready for a celebration, and also visualize yourself as your best self. I don't know about you, but when I come in and I listen to some music that makes me think about making money, I make money. I see myself as the millionaire that I am. All right. Not too many people has access to come in and trade and make money within minutes. All right. So you have this type of information early. So since you have that type of information early, come in and act like this is you. Because anybody else who come in and have to get some of this information, more than likely, they're going to have to get access through you, because not everybody is on this, all right? So next thing, you got to have faith, all right? So when you have faith, there's going to be, you got to remember, once again, you are not the provider, right? You're going to be provided for. So have faith that whatever you're going to be trading for, which will be the profits is going to be provided to you. And a way of receiving that is having faith in your trades. There's going to be times where you're trading and you don't know whether or not you should roll over or you should stay into the trade. Or should I get in? Is it too early? Is it too late? Or if I'm in the trade, I don't know if I'm losing. It's so close to losing. There's times where I'm trading and I win just by a hair. But no matter what, because I have faith in what I was doing, I still came up on top. All right. That's absolutely key. All right. There's going to be times where we're going to be shaky in the market. All right, so how do I do this? All right, how do I get over this? What I do is, once again, I'm a man of God. I listen to prophets of God. I listen to whatever it is that I can listen to that give me some type of clarity in my head. Because let's say I'm actually trading and I'm listening to music while I'm trading. Yes, my confidence is up there, but if I'm vibing too hard or if my pride is too high and I'm feeling myself too much, I might actually get into a trade and it might be untimely. And since it's untimely and I'm feeling myself, I'm like, all right, it has no choice but to happen. Wrong. If you're not going in with no type of clarity or no type of discipline, all right, if you don't go in with any type of discipline, you're not going to make the money. All right, so humble yourself. Know that you're at God's mercy to receive this money. Next, you got to have a why. All right, we all have bills that we got to pay. There's all things that we got to take care of. But the thing is, if you go into this thing trading like, okay, I'm doing all of this so I can make money. I'm doing all this because I need a new place. I need a new apartment. I'm doing all of this because I got bills. Whatever the case may be, you're putting all that pressure on yourself. And whether or not you win for that day or you get some type of profit, you're going to be holding it over yourself like some type of big pressure. Don't do that. All right. So let me ask you, what sounds better? All right. Am I gonna go in and make $100 for the first 5 days, right? And I'm gonna master that for 5 days, getting $100. So now I have $500 versus I need $1,000 made right now. And if I don't get close to that, you lose your shit. Excuse my language. You blow your mind. All right. So big psychology. And last but not least, if you have a why, right, and you understand that you have the confidence within yourself and you have faith within your trades, it has no choice but to happen. You have clarity. But now with that clarity, you got to remember, if you do mess up and you have a real reason why, if you mess up and you go in untimely, those bills aren't getting paid. If you're trading with your team or if you're trading for a loved one, whatever it is that you need the money for, you're taking money out of their mouths because you weren't patient enough, right? Or because you became greedy or whatever the case may be. So make sure you go into the market with a clear mind. And if you have all this, you have the faith, you have the confidence, you have the clarity, you have the faith within yourself, all that stuff, there's no reason why you're not going to follow your strategy because you have to have faith in your strategy. All right. So now with that being said, and that's like the bare bones basics of this trading plan, now I can actually go in and start talking to you about binary options and how we actually trade it and be confident that we're going to be profitable. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is what brokers to have. This strategy that I'm going to tell you about, it's not going to work with any type of broker, guys, right? So a lot of us came in, we started off with pocket option. Pocket option is decent, right? And you can absolutely win with pocket option. However, you don't have a rollover option, right? So because you don't have a rollover options, there may be times within the trade you're gonna have to roll over, but you can't. So can you use the strategy of pocket option? Yes, you can. But instead of going in for 1 minute trades, you're gonna be going in with 2 to 3 minute trades. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time. Since pocket option, you don't have the opportunity or the option to roll over a trade, you wanna go in with a 2 to 3 minute trade. So that way, by the time the trade is finally finished, if you would have had to roll over a couple of times, you won't have to worry about rolling over, right? But to be optimal with the strategy, get a broker such as these, and I'm gonna tell you right now, race option. Race option is a very good broker. Do I use it? No. IQ Cent and race option is basically the same thing, but race option is US regulated. IQ Cent is regulated by Switzerland, I believe. All right. So either way, they're good. All right. Then last but not least is binary cent. I would recommend binary cent because it's also US regulated. And not only that, when you go in with some of these brokers, right, they give you the opportunity to leverage money. So what does that mean? Anything in life dealing with business, business is literally just leveraging other people's money and knowing how to handle your credit. So let's say I'm going in with something like IQ Cent. That's the broker that I have, right? The minimum to get into IQ Cent is $500, all right? So if I go in and they're willing to match me 150%, I deposit $500, and then in return they're gonna put $750 on top of my $500. So now with that being said, is there $750 mine? No. But let's say I'm going in for a $100 trade, guys. If I'm going in at $100 and the payout is 70%, my payout is only going to be $7. Or let's say it's $10. You're going in for a $10 trade, right? If the payout is 70%, that means you're only going to receive $7, right? But now let's say you have a $1,000 account because you leverage the money that they give you, right? Instead of going in for a $10 trade, you're able to go in for a $100 trade, and then you'll be able to make $70 instead of that $7. And how were you able to? You're just leveraging their money. But if you lose any money, you're losing your money, all right? You're just using their money to gain more money. But now here's the good thing about that. If let's say your total account is like $1,000, hypothetically, all right? Let's say your account is $1,000, right? and they front you $500. If you go down to $200, you could trade your way back up past that $500 that they gave you. So anything above that money that they gave you, which was $500, the rest of that money is yours. So I could give you an example of myself. When I was with IM on my previous company, I lost a lot of money with using their strategy. And then after that, I went from having a $1,200 account all the way to having a $200 account, a $100 account. And now and in order to be profitable, I had to have more than $600 in my account. So with that being said, I lost all that money. I'm just now up to the point where I'm making my own profit. Whereas if you went into that and you didn't have any money to leverage that they gave you, let's say you just went in with your own $500, if you lose more than $500 or your account hits zero, that's it. You have to put more money into it. So it's almost like a safety net. So just remember that, guys. That's the benefit of trading with one of these brokers. They're able to put money on top of the money that you're depositing, and plus you get to roll over. All right. So now since we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my screen so you guys can start seeing what's it like to use the strategy and everything I have pulled up. All right, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people here know what binary options is. If not, I'm gonna run through it real quick. And I understand I've been talking for a minute. I'm telling you, this is all necessary and needed before we go in and start trading and understanding this, all right? All right, so give me a second to share my screen. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna need, right? I'm gonna take all of this off. It's your local cloud. Okay. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna need, guys, is TradingView. All right, is this absolutely needed? No, you can do this within your broker. However, you want to have the most amount of indicators to let you know whenever you're going into the market, you're going to be guaranteed to win. All right, because whenever you go into the market, it's already a 50-50 chance that you're going to win or lose. All right, so with that being said, each indicator that we have in this, or each confirmation, I should say, it raises up your probability of winning by at least 10%, from 5 to 10%. And if you ask me, I'd rather go in knowing that there's a 75 to 90% chance that I'm gonna win my trade opposed to a 50% chance. All right. So with that being said, we go to TradingView. All right, and I'm gonna tell you the indicators that you're gonna need in TradingView. Let me take this off right here so you guys can see all of this. All right, I hope you guys can see my chart. So your TradingView account lets you see what's going on in the market and how the market is moving. This is gonna be needed because when you're actually trading, you see this right here, how it's constantly moving. You're gonna have to know what's going on in the market. So the first indicator that we use is the Ichimoku cloud. All right, so if you guys go to your TradingView or tradingview.com, whatever, you pull up a chart, you go to your indicators. You know what, let me go ahead and take all my indicators off. So as I'm putting all this together, you guys are actually seeing me do this in real time. And you guys can set up your chart at the same time. And even if you're not setting up your chart as I'm doing so, take some mental notes and take some notes, guys. So with that being said, we got our chart up right here. The first indicator that we're gonna look for is called the Ichimoku cloud. All right, that's how it is right here. And when you type in these indicators, please start so it can be in your favorites. All right, when you have things in your favorites, it makes it much easier to find instead of typing things in every single time, because it can get tedious. All right, now, and before I even get started with this strategy, I just want to let you know, most of this strategy that I took it from Javed Khan, Jared Khan or Javed Khan. He's part of B, and he's part of the NFX package. Now the thing is, before they brought up NFX, they had the strategy up, and I was able to utilize it. But I utilized his strategy, plus I added some of my own into it. So I put my own little taste in it so it could be profitable for me. So I'm doing it the way how I was profitable. All right, so I'm just letting you know that right now. So this is the Ichimoku cloud. And as you can see, when you look at the Ichimoku cloud, it's a whole bunch of lines, right? And you see this big green thing right here, right? That's technically the cloud. And the good thing about the Ichimoku cloud, you get to see what color it is in front of you, So then you get to know what to look out for. Let me go to a better example. All right, so boom, right here. This is a good example with USDJPY. All right, as you can see, the cloud right here is red. So if the cloud right here is red, that means we're only gonna look for sells. That means the Japanese yen is stronger. If we're going in for buys, the US dollar is stronger. If we're going in for sells, the yen is stronger. All right, but let's say we find something that's green. All right, that's also red. All right, right now everything is red. All right, so right here, this is green, right? We see right here that the cloud is green. So if this cloud is green, that means we're only gonna be looking for buys. Now, I don't know about you, but if any of you was part of IM, you guys know that there's a profitable strategy called Cash Trap. And the thing with the Cash Trap, you have to continue to go to the website and continually refreshing a currency strength meter so you can tell which currency is stronger. Guess what? Instead of us refreshing something over and over, we have the indicator right here letting us know which currency is the stronger currency to go with. All right. So next, what we have these two lines right here, right? Now, this line on top is red. So if this line on top is red, it's letting you know that it's the sales that's becoming stronger and that the buys are becoming weaker. So it's letting us know that right now we're about to be ready to look for some sales. But how do we know this, right? We see that this green line in the cloud is starting to come down towards the red line. So if it's starting to go down towards the red line, it's letting you know that, all right, the buys are about to end, and now it's going to be time to start looking for sales. All right. So this is what I use as an indicator, right? Let's say right here we're looking for buys, right? If I'm looking for a buy, I want to make sure that this blue line is on top of the red line, right? Because this right here by itself, the cloud alone by itself, is not good enough. Reason being, if we're only looking for buys, what we see right here is coming down in a downtrend, right? It's obviously going in a downtrend right now. So I could have swore that the cloud was green, we're looking for buys. No, that's not efficient enough. We're using indicators that have indicators within itself to let you know what's what. All right, so in this case, would I be going in for a trade if the cloud is green but the red line is on top? No. Why? Because I have a possibility of losing still. All right. Now, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead. All right. While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and look for something that's a little bit more profitable. All right. Just so I could show you guys in real time what it is that I do. All right. Perfect example. Right here. This is on the uptrend right now. Right. So when it's on the uptrend, that means that the market is in a buying market right now. Right. So so how would I know whether or not we're going using just this alone? We have other indicators that we're going to put on, but just using this cloud alone, what is it telling me? All right, it's telling me I'm looking for buys right here, and the blue line is on top of the red line. So that means it's a higher probability that if I go in for a buy, I'm going to win that trade. All right, because nothing is worse when you look at an indicator and you're like, I could have swore it's telling me to go in for a buy, and it goes the opposite direction of what you want it to be in. All right. But that's why we have indicators to check itself. All right. When we go in, we want to be confident. So we want to, think of it like a system, right? If we're part of a team, the reason why I'm part of a team is not because I'm doing something by myself and I have faith that in myself I can do everything. No, it's saying that I have somebody that's able to check me. It's like checks and balances. I have someone or something to check me to make sure that whenever I'm going in and I'm doing this, right, that I'm gonna have something. If I don't have all my clarity there, then that means I shouldn't be doing it at all. All right. So the next indicator that we're gonna use, because the Ichimoku cloud by itself, it's not efficient enough to win. It gives you a good indicator, but it's not efficient enough for you to win. The next indicator that we're going to use is called the KDJ. So when we type in the KDJ, we want to see the KDJ dash I am altcoin. All right. More than likely, this is another user right here. You can see their name, I am altcoin. More than likely, this is the strategy that they came up with and they saved it. So anyone and everyone that's using this platform, they can use that same strategy or they can use the indicator. All right. So that right there is going to be what we're going to use. All right. And then on top of that, we're going to use the stochastic RSI. All right. A momentum, something that's going to let me know what's going on in the market and keep the momentum going. All right. So right now, it may not be as easy to read what's going on, and it's all stacked and on top of each other. But guess what? We're going to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for you to look at. All right. But with these three indicators right here, used on my trading view, this is what I'm using to make sure when I go in with my trades, I'm gonna be profitable. All right, so we can see it's on an uptrend right now. However, we see it coming down. Why is it coming down? If I look at my KDJ and I'm looking at my RSI, it's on a downtrend right now. And if we look at it right now, it's pretty obvious that the KDJ and the stochastic RSI is letting me know we're on a downtrend. So with that within itself, it's letting you know, all right, I can see exactly what the market is doing. But even though it's on its way down and it's a decent little trade that's going on, I'm not using that by itself. So I can go and trade. Why? Because more than likely, if I got in right now for a buy and everything's going down, I'm gonna lose if I go in and buy right now. All right. So now with the KDJ and the stochastic RSI, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna merge them and I'm gonna put them on top of each other. But before I do that, I'm gonna let you guys see my settings of each one of these. All right. I'm gonna let you guys see my settings. The first setting for the Ichimoku cloud. All right. And if you're able to write this down, write this down. If you're able to take screenshots, screenshot it. All right. But with this, you're gonna leave it at the default. All right. Sorry about that. You're gonna leave it at default. Okay. So look at my settings right here. Even though you know it's gonna be on default, these are my settings. Screenshot it if you need it. All right. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. The strategy that I'm teaching you right here, right now, it works best late at night during the Tokyo session. All right. So this is gonna be around. I usually trade between 11 p.m. and I want to say about 1:30 to 2:30 a.m. All right. If you get in between those times, it's gonna be good for you to use. All right, because that way, when you get into the market, the Tokyo session already stabilized. It already stabilized. Reason being, let's say the Australian market opens at 5 p.m. right, and the Tokyo session opens up at 7 p.m. They're already overlapping, but the news is just coming out. Everything's fresh. So the market will be volatile. Now, the more volatile a market is, the more you get paid. However, it's a bigger chance that you're going to lose your trade because all the indicators could say that it's about to go up. But if it ends up going down, it doesn't necessarily mean that the strategy is completely wrong. Some news probably came out. All right. So the time that you trade this is ideal. And each part of the Ichimoku cloud, because I'm going to give you more settings, is ideal for a certain time. This right here is ideal between, once again, 11 o'clock, 11:30 p.m. to 2:30, 3 o'clock a.m. All right. And now, do we need the lagging span? You could undo the lagging span if you want, because to be honest with you, we want this to be aesthetically pleasing to look at. If there's too much going on, we're not going to want to do this. All right, if there's too much going on, it's going to confuse your brain and jumble everything up, and you're going to be like, all right, I don't feel like doing this anymore. All right, so I have all this checked off. Leave all of this the way how it is. Just unclick the lagging span and leave the settings at default. Now, there's gonna be some of us who got jobs. There's some of us who got things that we gotta do at night, or we gotta go to sleep early. So now I'm gonna give you the settings that's needed for the Ichimoku cloud to trade during the New York session. All right. So when I trade during the New York session, I trade between the times of about noon, which is 12 p.m., and I trade to about 2 p.m. All right. Within that window, I've seen that this strategy works best for me. Right. If you want to push it, you could get in at around 11 o'clock because, you know, some news come in before, you know, lunch, or the market may stabilize a little bit. So let's say between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right. Those are good times to use the strategy. And for the New York settings for the Ichimoku cloud, I want to change my conversion line to 8. I want to change my baseline to 22. Right. And I want to change my lagging to 44. And I want to leave my displacement at 26. All right, these are the settings to use during the New York session between those times I just gave you. All right, if you need to, go ahead and screenshot it. If you're not going to screenshot it, take a mental note of it, you know what I mean, or write it down, whatever works best for you. I'll give you guys a quick second to write that down. All right. And by the way, I want to say I appreciate all you guys that's on the call right now. This may seem like it's kind of long, but once again, this is absolutely needed. I'm not about to throw some things your way, so you got to sit there and guess what you guys need to do. I'm going to give you guys the real deal in that, so when you guys actually do this, you're profitable. I want you guys to sit there and think as if you're trading like me, or I'm right there trading with you. All right, so we're done with that. The next settings that I'm going to have, the next settings that I'm going to have now is when the market is trending. All right. Let me see if I could go to a market that's clearly on a downtrend. Let me go to a chart that's, all right. So right here, this is clearly on an uptrend right now. Let me look for another one. All right. Give me a second, guys. And also, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this as well on why I have all these pairs lined up. Because when I'm looking for trades, I want to make sure when I go in for the trade, I'm able to go through it, and it helps cut down my time on searching or waiting for good trades. All right, so now we have a market that's clearly on a downtrend right here, right? This is clearly on a downtrend. So now I'm gonna change my Ichimoku cloud to a downtrend range. And guys, as I go ahead and put in my different settings, all right, I'm gonna open this up a little bit wider. As I get ready to type in these settings, I want you guys just to realize how the cloud moves as I type in the settings for this, all right? That's why it's needed in different times. So for the trending market, whether it's on a clear downtrend or a clear uptrend, right? The conversion line, you're gonna want that to be 9. For the baseline, you wanna change that to 30. All right, you can see everything moving. And then the lagging span, you want to turn that into 60. All right, so now right here, it helps switch up the cloud so I can know clearly what's going on. So now the last thing with the Ichimoku cloud, since I gave you all 3 different settings, once again, if you guys need to screenshot this, screenshot it. These are my settings for a trending market. I'm gonna put this in the corner as I show you guys something. All right, so when we look at the cloud, sorry again, I'm gonna put it back up. As we look at the cloud right here, right, we can see that the red line is starting to flatten out at the top, right? And then the green line is starting to curve, right? And we see the same thing right here. If we want to go in for a sell, we can still get in, but this is bottoming out and it looks like it could cross, right? If we start to see, and you see this going down and this being straight, if it continues to have more space in between the cloud, that means you have a more comfortable knowing that you can go in and make money, right? Let's say the cloud is this close to each other, right? It's kind of a low probability of you're gonna make some money. I'm gonna keep on going to see if the cloud is big. Right here, you see the space between the cloud, right? We have a large amount of space between the cloud. The larger amount of space that you have in between your cloud, between the lines, the higher probability that you're gonna win. The closer that they are, it can be a toss-up. And make sure as you're doing this, guys, you pay attention to both the cloud and the line that's on top. And remember, if the cloud is saying one color, but the opposite color is on top, don't go into it. If all the indicators and confirmations aren't lined up, don't go into it. All right, so that's it for the Ichimoku cloud. For the KDJ, we don't change anything at all. All right, this is how it looks in the settings. This is the default settings. Don't change it. Leave it at that. All right, if you guys want to go in, excuse me, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and change some of the colors, you guys can go ahead and change the colors, whatever floats your boat. I leave it regular, all right? And now for the RSI, all right, the stochastic RSI. Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna just refresh my page real quick. This looks like it's lagging. All right, so for the stochastic RSI, I'm gonna go to the settings. And if it starts acting up, guys, don't mind me. It's just my laptop. It shouldn't be the same way for you. But all right, so these are my settings, and I do change them up as well. So let me just go ahead and put this on reset so you guys can see how it looks when you first get it. This is how the indicator looks when you first open it up. So if you ask me, I don't like the way how it looks. All right. 1 second. All right, I don't like the way how it looks. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change my K into 5. All right, I'm gonna change that to 5. I'm gonna leave my D span at 3. And I'm gonna change my RSI length to 4. I'm gonna change my my stochastic length to 4. Both the stochastic and the RSI length is at 4. And then not only that, my RSI source is gonna be closed, always closed. All right. This basically helps you measure the momentum of the market and let you know how the market is moving in current time. All right. So now I'm here. Excuse me. Now I'm here. I'm gonna leave my K at blue, but I like to change it to white, to be honest with you. Reason why I changed my K to white, because when it's white, it lets me know like, all right, it's going up, and if it's black, it's going down. However, I'm gonna merge the RSI, stochastic, whatever, with the KDJ. So I don't wanna have too much colors going on that it just mashes into each other, all right? And I wanna change the thickness a little bit. Whatever floats your boat, you can put it on the third one or the second one, it's up to you, right? And for my D, I'm gonna change it to black. I'm gonna leave it on the thinnest one because once again, I'm gonna merge these two together. So if I'm gonna merge it, I want it to be aesthetically pleasing to my eye, all right? And I'm gonna turn the background off because if I'm gonna merge it with the other one, I don't want a red, green, purple background going on. Once again, too much going on. For my upper band, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change it to red, all right? The red, whatever, how you wanna put it. All right, anything that's gonna let you know if it touched this line, it's gonna that means we're gonna get ready for sell. All right, and for my lower band, I'm gonna change it to a blue. I'm gonna change it to this light blue right here. So that way I know that if it touches this line or it goes past this line, I'm only gonna be looking for buys. All right, and now this is not so much of a beginner's class. All right, one thing that you guys need to know about the stochastic or anything dealing with Forex, just trading in general, you guys got to know support and resistance, what a ceiling and a floor is. All that means is if something, let me exit out of this. I'm going to come back to it. We're not finished. I'm just going to show you real quick. All that means here on the stochastic RSI, if it goes up to my roof, that means it's, if you bounce a ball and it hits the roof, that means it's gonna come down. So when we go in and we trade with the stochastic RSI, let's say right now it went up past the line. If it goes past the line, I don't want to get in any trades because if it's past the red line, that means it's overbought. If it's past the blue line, that means it's oversold. I want to get into it when it's going in the opposite direction. All right. So you can see that it went up past my ceiling, and anything that touches the ceiling got it goes down, right? Now my stochastic RSI is starting to come down. That way, it's letting me know that the market was overbought, but now it wants to make its way to come down. All right. So I'm gonna go back to this and finish up the settings so you guys can get this done. And I appreciate your patience with me explaining everything and it taking a minute. All right, so with the upper band right here, we're gonna change that to 75. All right, we want our upper band to be 75. And instead of it being dashed right here, we wanna change it to a dotted line, right? Why? Because I feel like it looks a little bit better, to be 100% honest with you. I'm an artist myself, so if I'm gonna do something, I'd rather it look good. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna look at it, I want it to be looking good. All right. So then after that, we have our lower band, right? Once again, we're gonna change this to a dotted line, and we're gonna change the band to 25. All right. That way, we won't get too caught up if something's too overbought or too oversold. All right. So once again, look at this screenshot if you need to. These are my settings or my style for my stochastic RSI. All right. And my input, this is my input right here. Go ahead, screenshot it, take a mental note. And now after I finish taking this and writing everything in, what I want to do is go to defaults right here I want to go ahead and click on save as default so I don't have to continue to mess with this. All right. With the Ichimoku Cloud and the KDJ, we're going to be using this most of the time while it's on its default setting. But we're going to be changing it around. We're going to change around the Ichimoku Cloud based on the times and how the market is moving. But the KDJ, it stays by itself. And the stochastic, once we change it, we're not changing this at all, so save it as the default. Now, we have all this right here on the screen, but it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna merge it together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the stochastic RSI, this little bar right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on where it says more. And after it says more, make sure you don't go to visual order. Make sure you go to move to. When we go to move to, you wanna go to existing pane above. So now, as you can see, I basically merged the two indicators into one. Now, why did I do that? I'm using all my strategies in one to bounce off each other. It's like checks and balances. Each indicator has the indicator so I can make sure I have confirmation going to the market. All right. So now I talked to you about the stochastic RSI a little bit. Now I'm gonna finish it off. All right. Whenever you see the white line going up, right, and the black line is below it, that means we're only looking for buys and the market is going up. It's letting me know that the market is in an uptrend. And as you can see, when we're looking at the market, we look at the Ichimoku Cloud, the selling portion of the line is flattening out and the green line or the buying portion is starting to make its way up. How do I know it's going to make its way up? Because the blue line is making its way to be on top of the red line. All right. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at my stochastic RSI. If the white line is on top, that means the market's in the uptrend. And then once the black line and the white line crosses, that's going to be a strong indicator. Once the white line and the black line crosses, right there, that's letting you know we're at the peak. We're changing our momentum in the market right now. All right. When it hits the peak and the lines cross over each other, something changes. So let me give you a quick example to let you know how this is working. When I talked to you about the Ichimoku Cloud and its foreshadowing, it says that the cloud is red and it's letting me know that it's on a downtrend, look for sales. And what's going on right here with the Ichimoku Cloud? We clearly see that it's a selling market. Now, I want to look for the peak to let me know when the market decides to go within a selling market. All right, I'm sorry, I keep on moving this around. We look at the stochastic RSI, which is white and black, right? And right here, we can look at this dotted little line, and within that dotted little line, it shows me where the market is at along with my stochastic RSI. What do we see? We see that the white line and the black line touched each other and it crossed. As soon as it touched each other and it crossed and the black line is now on top, the black line is letting me know we're in a downtrend, right? And what happened? We look at the market, we look at the chart, we clearly see there's a downtrend going on right now, right? So now we have two indicators right there just with the stochastic RSI and the Ichimoku Cloud to look for sales, right? And also while I was doing this, this was on top. Now, we got the KDJ, all right? We have the KDJ. Now, here's the good thing with the KDJ. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the stochastic real quick. It's a bunch of little lines. However, it's a bunch of different moving averages as well. So anytime we see all three of these lines touch, that right there is our main indicator. All right, we're about to go inside the market and trade. All right, this right here is my last and final indicator that it's okay to go into a trade and it's gonna be profitable. All right, so when the pink line is on top, right, let's say right here, the market is going up, right? Right here, this is where we start seeing the market to go up in an uptrend. The pink line crossed the green line and the orange line. It crossed it going up, and now the pink line is going up. And what happened when the pink line when the pink line was on top and it touched everything? The market clearly started going up, right? Then guess what? When it went to go down, what it did? It touched the other two lines as well, right? And now the pink line is on the bottom. And what clearly happened? The market clearly went in a downtrend, all right? So like how I told you, how we have different indicators in a check and balance within itself, let's go back and check and see how this all works with each other, all right? First thing first, the Ichimoku Cloud is showing me that we're in a selling market, Boom, I'm only looking for sales, right? Red means we're only looking for sales, all right? So that means now I gotta look at my stochastic RSI. If it's moving up, that means we're not getting in on a sell because it's on an uptrend. It's in the buying market. We don't want it. But as soon as the stochastic RSI cross and it starts moving down the red line, it's telling me it's okay. We have a clear downtrend. You can go in and look for the sell. All right, so there we have 2 indicators. If you want to look at it, we have 3 to 4 indicators that's letting me know that it's okay to go in for the sell. Why? Because it's crossing and it's going past the red line. And last but not least, we have the KDJ. What I'm gonna do, last but not least, I'm gonna wait for the KDJ to cross each other. And once all the lines cross within the KDJ, and I see the pink line going down, boom, go in for the sell. You're okay. You have clear ground to go in. As we can see right here in real time, what happened? The pink line touched all 3 of these lines, and what did the market do? It went down in a sell. And we got to remember, each candle represents the time frame. So let's say we're going in on a 1-minute sell, right? And each candle represents 1 minute. I went in as soon as these touched, right? Let's say I went in as soon as it touched, and I entered. 1 second. And I entered at the top of this candle right here, right? I went at the top of this candle. After 1 minute, it's clearly below where I entered at, all right? It's clearly below. So each candle from the time that I went in, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes, right? So that means I have a grace period from the time that I went in that no matter what, the market is going down. I have a guarantee that the market is going down. I'm not going in where I expect it or where I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna definitely happen. Now I'm about to go and show you on my broker and how I use this with my broker. And I'm gonna show this with you in real time. But before I do that, one more time, I'm gonna repeat myself. Ichimoku cloud, that's the color that you're gonna look for. If it's red, we're looking for sells. If it's green, we're looking for buys, all right? Now, if the red is above the blue, that means it's okay for me to go in. If the blue's above the red and it's clearly letting me know that we're in the selling market, you could go in if you like. For me, I like to go in absolutely precise that I'm gonna win. It's called having sniper trades. If there's a possibility that I'm not gonna win, I really don't want to do it. I don't really want to be in a position to lose money. All right. Next, we have stochastic RSI, which is black and white. All right. Anytime stochastic RSI cross, that's usually a change momentum in the market. But we don't want to get in till the market is clearly overbought or clearly oversold. Right. So once again, a clear example, right? We have the RSI right here and went above the blue line, and not only that, it crossed right here. The white line is on top of the black line, and it's above the blue line, which means it's you're no longer within the overbought zone. It means it's clearly on the uptrend. Right? The white line is on top, we're looking for buys. The black line is on top, we're looking for sells. And usually when they cross, it's a change momentum. And the last but not least that we need in this indicator, we wait for these colored bands right here to cross each other, right? Once the pink line crosses the other lines, right, that means it's clearly gonna go in that direction. So we see the pink line crossing the lines going in a downward motion. That means it's okay to go in for the sell. Because once it crosses this, that means it's clearly going to go in on a buy or a sell. And the good thing about this strategy, the majority of the time, if it's going down, it's not about to stop going down till it passes this line right here. Once it touches this floor, then it might change. But we almost have a guarantee if it passes each line, it's going to clearly go up, no matter what, up or down. So now let me show you this within my broker. All right, and thank you guys. I know that was a lot of explaining, but now I'm about to show you this. And once again, the strategy is extremely simple. And then afterwards, I might just go ahead and teach you guys at another time how to trade on the weekends. But before I confuse you or give you too much to handle on your plate on how to trade on the weekends, because we know that the market is closed on the weekend, first master what it is that I'm telling you right now. Go ahead and practice with $1 trades. So then that way you can start mastering the strategy. And I'm also going to tell you my trading plan when I actually do start trading. All right, so first thing first, here's my broker, IQ Cent. I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right, so I'm logging in right now. Now I hope you guys are really taking this in, guys, because I really had to bump my head a couple times to make sure that this worked, and I lost a lot of money. There's been times where I gained a lot of money and lost a lot of money just to perfect this strategy. And now I'm being profitable. And by the way, a lot of y'all don't know, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, you check it out. Last night I hit my first $500 trade. All right. That wasn't easy. I had to lose a lot of trades just so I could get to the point where I could win my first $500 trade. All right. So this is my broker. I'm not scared to let you guys know what I have in my account. I'm absolutely transparent. This is how it looks. All right. Now, right here, when you look, all right, on the left side, it lets us know what currency that we're trading with. So all it's really letting us know is that if I'm going in, I'm trying to move this. I'm trying to move the y'all pictures are in the way, so I need to move it. All right, so if you look on the left, it's letting me know how much my payout is gonna be when I go in for a trade. All right, so let's say I'm going in, I'm doing a $10 trade, right? It's letting me know if I win that trade within 1 minute, I'm gonna receive a 60% payout. 60% of $10 is $6. All right. If I go in right here, right, USD CHF. If I go in right here and I take a trade and I win that trade, that means I'm gonna be winning 82% of what it is that I'm trading. All right. And also make sure you guys refresh every here and again, because sometimes it could lag on you. I have a lot going on my computer right now, so if it's kind of laggy, I apologize. But now, a little word of advice. When you're going in and you're trading, these percentages mean a lot because the higher the percent means the more volatile the market is. So that's why you get a bigger payout because the market is higher, it's really volatile. It's more volatile than what the regulars are. So let's say I'm going in the market and it's a 60% payout, right? I'm waiting for this to load up. That's kind of choppy. I don't really like that as a good example, to be honest with you. If it's doing a lot of this up and down, that means it's very wicky, all right? And if a market is wicking up and down, that means at the last minute it can change direction and it's really volatile. I personally don't like them, right? And you're gonna see a lot of volatility in AUD pairs. Remember that, AUD pairs, CHF pairs, and New Zealand pairs. This is the Russian ruble, but that, all right? So just keep that in mind. It's gonna be more volatile. All right, so as we can see, it's pretty easy to read, all right? If I go in and I go in for a buy right, if I go in for a sell right here, more than likely within that minute, it's clearly gonna go down. I don't have to worry about it going up and down last minute, all right? So now I'm going to the right side right here. When I trade, I make sure that the fixed time is on, all right? The turbo is on. I have it on a 1 minute trade and I have it on fixed time. What it means is if it's not on fixed time, that means when you go in for a buy or a sell, you go in for a buy or to sell whatever time the broker decides to go in, right? But if you have it on fixed time, right, that means whatever time I decide to go in, that's what time my trades start. But let me say I turn it off, right? You see this purchase deadline, right? So that means once it gets to this line, now your trade is active. I don't care about that. I want it to be active when I say it's active. So fixed time is on. Now, this is the part that you guys are gonna have to think about when you're trading this. Scared money don't make no money. I know I'm talking a lot, but once again, this is the strategy, this is the psychology. The psychology is everything with this, right? Because now, if you guys ever trade Forex and you guys trade something like US 30, right? You guys know that US 30, SPX, they're very volatile. You can make some serious money very quickly, right? It's the same thing with this. You can make money very quickly. But now let's say I'm going in with $10 trades and I got a $600 account, right? If I'm going in with $10 trades, if I lose 2, 3, 4 accounts, it's like, all right, 2, 3 trades, it's gonna be like, whatever, I lost a couple trades, but it doesn't matter. I have a lot of money to work with, right? You're taking away the discipline of you actually going in and trading at the rate that you want to trade at. Reason being, you're having a mentality, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. Now we don't want to have any emotional trading, because when you have emotional trading, that means if you win, right? Oh, I got this. I got this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you lose, you're like, I got to make it up. I got to make that money back up. Nah, we don't want emotional trading, but we don't want careless or carefree trading as well. All right. You become carefree when you're trading with with less money, right? So what I do is I trade with about 5% of my account, guys. Usually I trade with about 5%. However, when I first go into the market, this is what I make sure that I do. I make sure all my trades are $10 trades. It doesn't matter if I have a $50 account. It doesn't matter if I have a, all right. It doesn't matter if I have a $50 account. It doesn't matter if I have a $100 account, $250 account. I'm trading with $10 my first 2 trades. The reason why I'm doing that, because I want to go up to around $20 to make that trade. If I win 2 $10 trades, that's letting me know that my strategy is working, right? I'm heated up. I have my hype going on. I'm feeling myself, because if I'm listening to my music, remember what I told you about the trading plan earlier. I'm listening to my music. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to come in. I'm ready to make this money. And I have faith in my trades, right? I'm ready to go. That doesn't, if I'm ready to go, I'm not gonna, you know, go in cold. I want to warm myself up, dip your feet into the pool a little bit. So now let's say you go ahead and you win, right? You win 2 trades, your strategy is working. Now you could turn your, you can make each trade $20 now. Reason being, if you have 2 $10 trades and let's say the payout is 70%, right? Usually most trades is around 70% payout, right? If I'm trading with $10, right, and my payout is $7, if I win 2 trades, that's a $14 profit. If the payout right here is around $7, that's a $14 profit. So then when I do finally up my trades up to $20, if I lose $20, because if you win, you win what you put in plus your profit. If you lose what you wagered. All right, I'm sorry, my screen is moving slow. So if I lose $20 after I just gained $14, I really lost $6, opposed me losing a whole $20. And then not only that, we got to also remember this. When we come into the market and we trade, you're either going to trade up to 10 trades, you're going to take 10 trades for the day, or you're going to make up to $100. If your account is below $1,000, your goal for the day should be $100 profit every day. All right. And if it's below $100, it should be $50 profit a day. I mean, if it's below $200, it should be $50 a day, all the way up to the point where you're above $200. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But now, a lot of people, when they go ahead and trade, right? Let's say we go back and we look at our strategy and everything works out perfectly fine in our strategy, right? A lot of people like to hit the call like 3 times, right? Or they like to hit the sell button 2 or 3 times in a row, and you're stacking up these trades, right? That means you're starting to become thirsty or greedy for the trade, right? So you're not very intentional. And let's say you see the market constantly going up and down. If I was to go in for a sell right, if I was to go in for a buy right here, a buy right here, and a buy down here or something, let's say you wick down or whatever, right? The trade right here, I'm trying to find one where it dipped. All right, let's say I went in for a buy right here, right? The buy right here. Sometimes it might be above, but sometimes it might be one trade that's above the line. Because let's say the trade that I got into is all the way down here at the beginning or at the lowest, right? This trade might win, but the thing is, the rest of them had died out because it's below the line. All right, and I'm gonna give you a quick example of what I mean. I'm just gonna go in for a $1 trade, not using any indicators, of course. All right, so I went for a $1 trade right here. If it's above the line, that means I won the trade because I went in for a buying. If it's below the line after I went in for a buying trade, if it's below it, that means I lost what I wagered, which was the dollar. But if I won it, I get my dollar back plus my profit. All right, so let's say I took multiple trades, right, while it was wicking up and down. I got in right here, got in right here, and I got in right here. If this is not above this line, I'm not gonna win. So if I got 2 losing trades and 1 winning trade, I'm still losing, right? And if I got 2 or 3 winning trades, I got lucky. But the thing is, we want to be very intentional about when we go into the market. I'm not coming into the market to play no games. I'm not coming in to hope. I'm coming in knowing, having a guarantee and having faith in my trades, all right? And let's just see what happens right here. Most of the time, if it doesn't go up or down, it's just in the line, you get your dollar back. So it was a neutral trade, so I just got my dollar back. But either way, if let's say you go in, right, and you go in with let's say you go in with 3 $10 trades, right, and the payout is $8. Let's say you're going with 3 of them, right? That means you're looking for a payout of $24. But let's say I switched it up, right? Let's say I want a payout of around $20. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna wager at $30. By you tapping and putting in those 3 trades at $10 each, you're already wagering $30. But why not go in at a precise time, be intentional with my trade, and get that payout of $20 that I wanted in the first place? All right. So when you're trading small, you don't really think, you just react. When you trade with money that you're actually scared of losing, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make sure all my indicators are hitting right now. Because if any of those indicators miss the mark, I'm losing my money, right? I don't care if I lose $20, but guess what? If I'm trading with $30, if I'm trading with $50, I'm making sure that I'm gonna win that trade. Now, if you have an account that's below $200, only trade with $10 trades. Reason being, you want to practice getting the strategy down. And once you get the strategy down, then you can move up to $20 trades. Then you can move up to $30 trades, right? But be very intentional. Do not over leverage. If I have a $200 account, if I don't know what I'm doing and I'm going in with a $50 trade, I'm out $50, right? But now this leads me to the last thing, right? Let's say I want to roll over. A rollover means if I go in for a 1 minute trade and it's not going in my favor, it's going to extend the trade either for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. But the more you roll over, the longer you extend it. So let's say I go in for a trade. I roll over once, it's rolled over for 1 minute. I roll over it twice, it's rolled over for about 5-10 minutes. I roll over it like 6-7 times. The trade is going to be an hour long. Sometimes it might be 5 hours long. So just remember, each time you roll over, you're extending the trade. So now since I got that all out the way, you know, and once again, I'm going to say this one more time. If your account's below $200, only trade using $10 trades. If it's above that, make sure you get 2 $10 trades. And after you win 2 $10 trades, move your lot up to $20. Now, if you happen to lose 3 to 4 trades in that day, that's it, get out, right? If it's $10 trades, if you lose 3 to 4 trades, stop. That's it. Reason why I said 3 to 4, because sometimes you can lose 2 trades and win the rest. But by you losing 2 trades, it gives you time to correct your strategy and make sure you get proper entry. But let's say you moved it up to about $20, $30. If you lose 2 of those trades, that's $20 or $30, get out. Get out. Come back another day. Now let's amplify our strategy along with this. All right, so let me go ahead and find a pair that looks like it's ready to do its thing with me. All right, I know that might sound weird, but let's say I could apply the strategy to it. All right, this one I don't really want to do because it says it's on a downtrend, look for sales, but it's already down here. I should have got in at the top, so I don't want that. So let's find one that's good. All right, and then once again, there's a lot of information. Boom. All right, this is a good example. USD CAD right here, right? What happened was we seen this go past the blue line. That means it was already in the buying market, and it went extremely close to the red line, right? Sometimes the market might fake us out. Most of the time, you want to wait for the market to be all the way overbought and come back down across. If not, sometimes it might turn a little bit early, right? But the RSI is just letting you know which way the market is going. So right here, we're looking for red. That means we're looking for sales. Right here, it says the red line is on top. That means it's okay to go in for a sell. So right now, if we wanted to, we will sit down and wait for this pink line to make its way back down to intersect with the rest of the colors. But for the sake of this training, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for it to change directions, right? But this is why every time when I go in for a trade or I go into my trading view, I make sure I have all my possible pairs lined up. So instead of me sitting here waiting for $20 for a perfect trade, I'm going through all of them. Right here would have been a good trade, but it's a little bit too late. But the red line is on top. We don't want that. So give me a quick little bit of patience while I find a decent one to trade. Because if I'm able to, I'll actually go ahead and take a live trade for you guys. But once again, the timing is not the best. Reason being, we're not within the time frame that I like to trade the strategy. All right. So if I don't find a good one, I'm just going to go in for, I'm just going to tell you guys a hypothetical trade. All right. Give me a second here, guys. There will be times where you sit here and click all day. But right here, I'm going to use this example. This indicator right here is showing me that the red is on top, but that doesn't mean it's a hit or miss. That means I lose a 10% chance I'm going to win the trade. But I have other confirmations right here. It says right here on the Ichimoku cloud to look for buys. Then after that, the RSI already went down. It was already oversold. But now it's going back up in the buying market. And then not only that, we see the pink line, the orange line, and the green line about to touch each other, right? So this would be a good little indicator that it'll be okay to go in. But the reason why we didn't go in yet is because if the lines don't intersect, don't go in for the buy or sell. If you go in too early, just like how it just did right in front of us, it looked like it was going to touch, it looked like it was about to go up, then at the last minute, it shot down. If the lines do not intersect, if the KDJ lines do not intersect, do not go in, period. Don't go in, right? If the white line is not over the black line, right? If you're looking for a buy, don't go in, right? And let's say you're in the middle, right? We never trade within the middle between these two lines. We either get in exactly where the lines intersect or we don't at all. Straight up, period. That's it. And I'm going into depth with you guys, so I'm really giving you guys the sauce and how it is in my mind when I actually trade. I'm not going to give you a little bit and tell you, hey, you're on your own. No, y'all going to get this down. If you guys going to be anywhere in my team or part of my team, you guys are going to be profitable. All right. So right here, all right, we're just going to act like we're going in for a hypothetical trade because nothing's set up right now. All right. I'm going to exit out of this. All right. So let's say all the indicators were right and it was touching, right? I'm going to just, oh, no, shit, don't tell me. All right, that was my fault, guys. I just went in for a $50 buy and I didn't change this back to 1 minute. I just wanted to go in for an example. Let me try to see if I could accidentally change this into a winning trade. All right, so right here it's saying that it's in a buying market, but right now it's clearly going down. To be honest with you, I might as well just say I lost that $50. But I don't mind, I don't care because I know tonight I'm gonna gain it right back. But for the sake of it, guys, let's just see how it pans out. You know what I mean? And plus I wanna see if I actually win this trade. But if I actually win this, you guys actually see that I actually made some real profit right in front of you guys. So if I win this trade right here, I get a payout of $36. If I lose this trade, I just lose it. But it's looking pretty good, but I have faith that I'm gonna win it. Boom, I won that trade. Thank you. Glory to God. I didn't lose that. But I just won a $50 trade right there with a payout of $36. So who knew, guys? Glory to God, right? All right. So let's say I wanted to go in for a trade. I'm going to change this to, all right. And if you guys don't know, I'm basically almost halfway for what I want because I want to go ahead and make an additional $100. So let's say right here, I'm going in for a buy, right? If I'm going in for a buy, I'm put a sell as well. All right, so let's say I'm going in for a sell, right? I'm gonna try to see if I zoom in so you guys can see. All right, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. All right, so right here, as we can see, right, whatever direction that it doesn't go, I'm gonna have the opportunity to roll it over. So the first trade that I went into was a buy. And as we could clearly see, the market is below that area. So let's say I have faith that it's going to go up or I need some extra time. And all my indicators shows that I'm supposed to be in a buying market. I'm going to roll it over. I'm going to roll it. More than likely, that means the market is going in my favor. All right, whatever. But it means I'm gonna roll it over. I'm gonna give myself additional time. So let's say I go to the indicators right here, right? And let's say, for instance, let me go to one. Think you guys have patience, right? Let's just say, all right, we're about to go in for a trade, right? And we have everything all set up, right? Let's say we're looking for buys. The stochastic RSI is going up. The pink, green, and orange lines are touching and it's intersecting to go up. Let's say I go in for a buy as soon as they intersect with each other, right? But at the last minute, it shoots down, right? The market does that. We don't know exactly what the market is going to do. I'm going to roll it over. And when I roll it over, that's me saying I have faith that the trend is going to continue to go up. All my indicators hit. The green is it's a green cloud. All the lines and everything is touching each other, right? And everything's going in the direction I want, but at the last minute it just went down. Give the market some time to correct itself and roll over. I say roll over 3 to 4 times max, all right? Roll over once if you're able to and you can see it going in your direction. If it's going in your direction, you're not going to have the opportunity to roll it over. But if it's not going in your direction, you're not going to have the if it's not going in your direction, you're going to have the opportunity to roll over, right? I wish I had a better example to show you guys because I don't have an actual trade going on. If you guys have the patience, I know we've been on here for about an hour, but I'm nearing the end of this strategy. If you guys have a little bit of patience for me to actually go in on this trade, I can show you how things actually work. I actually have a feeling that this is going to continue going down because this red line is starting to go up. But let's say these start going up past each other, right? That's a good opportunity going for a trade. But I'm going to leave it right here because I feel like I'm starting to ramble. So I'm about to just go over, summarize exactly what we talked about because it's been about an hour. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to ask me some questions. Sorry if it's confusing to some, and sorry if it's a lot of information for you guys to digest. But once again, I probably might do this again. And if you guys have any questions, definitely hit me up on my Instagram. I would say hit me up on Telegram, but right now I have a broken phone. So I'm only able to communicate through Instagram, all right? So I'm gonna summarize this starting from the top, all right? It starts with your trading plan. I'm gonna hurry up and get out of this. All right, and if you guys have to go, guys, it's all right. I know this is a long little strategy. If there's a lot of you guys that left, you know, it's all right, it's cool. But you guys who stuck around, definitely take some time to implement everything that I talked about. You can see for yourself, and I guarantee you guys are gonna be profitable. First thing first, your trading psychology. You are not the provider. You are provided for. All right, don't get all hyped up. Don't put all the faith within yourself because that's when you start getting cocky and go into untimely trades. Have confidence, boost up your confidence before you go into the market. Listen to some music that's gonna boost up your head and make you feel like you're about to get you some money today. Make sure in your mind you're gonna get some money. When you go inside to take these trades, have faith that the provider is gonna provide for you and you're gonna receive it by having faith. All right, that's how you receive, by having faith in your own trades, having faith that when you go inside and take these trades, if you need to roll over, you're going to roll over, you're going to win it. But no matter what, the trade that you took is a winning trade. Have faith, because there will be times where it get a little bit shaky. You don't know whether or not you're going to win or lose. All right, next, all right, have a why for who you're trading for, what you're trading for. Make sure it's bigger than yourself. Make sure it's not just to go ahead and pay bills. Make sure it's to master the strategy. Make sure it's to be profitable with the strategy first before you start thinking about paying bills or buying things, because all of that's going to come in. All right, have consistency. All right, because if you win $100 5 days in a row, you have $500. But if you're rushing to make that money, you might just end up losing $200 and have $100 left, or whatever the case may be. You might lose money. All right, So have faith, have confidence, and give yourself clarity. If you have faith, you have confidence, you have a reason why, and you could go through your strategy, you have clarity that no matter what, when I go into the strategy, when I go in for my trade, it's going to win. All right? No matter what, I'm going to win. Last but not least, we make sure we have the Ichimoku cloud, we make sure we have the RSI, we make sure we have the KDJ. All right? Ichimoku cloud lets you know which currency is more in power, whether to look for buys or sells, right? And these right here is nothing but momentum, right? If you want to go in for a buy, make sure, if you want to go in for a buy, make sure that the RSI and the stochastic, which is the white and black lines, is above the blue line. If you're looking for a sell, make sure it's below the red line. It's going below it. Now, the final confirmation is making sure that the KDJ is all intersected in the direction that you want to go into. So let's say we're going in for a buy. We want to make sure that the pink line, the orange line, and the green line, they all intersect and it's going up above the blue line. If we're looking for a sell, we're making sure that the KDJ intersect again and the pink is going down in the downtrend, all right? Those are the three confirmations. And last but not least, this is not a big one, but if the Ichimoku cloud right here, if it's saying you need to look for buys, but the red is on top, go to the next trade. Don't have FOMO. There will be other trades in the market. All right, that's a good thing about trading binary options. These are 1 minute trades. If it's not available now, a trade might be available in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Keep on going. Another strategy, go to your broker and see what pairs that they have. Every broker, every pair that's right here, every pair that's right here, I have on my trading view. So when I'm clicking through the different pairs, I'm clicking through the pairs that I know is gonna so I can see what's what. And if I'm going for a trade, that means all my indicators hit. If all the indicators are not matching up, go to the next one. Just continue to click through. Something's gonna set up. If you see a good setup, stay on it. All right. The higher the percentage right here, we're finishing up, we're about to be finished. The higher the payout percentage, the more volatile the market is. All right. The lower the payout percentage, the less volatile the market is. Also, if I do a part 2 and you guys do want a part 2, reach out to me. I'll show you guys how to trade on the weekend. And on the weekend, I teach you how to trade different things. It's not just currency pairs. You could trade on the weekend where you could trade silver, you could trade gold, you could trade cryptocurrency. That's how you could definitely make money on the weekend because cryptocurrency don't stop. So right here, it's saying, you know, I could trade crypto and I could also trade stocks, but it really doesn't matter. Try to focus on currency pairs the most. All right, remember, higher the percentage, the more volatile the market. Make sure the fixed time is on. We're going in for 1 minute trades unless you're on pocket option. If you're on pocket option, go in for 2 to 3 minute trades. Make sure the fixed time is on, because if the fixed time is on, that means you're going in the market whenever you click that button, not whenever your broker goes in. All right. Last but not least, when you go ahead and trade, all right, take two $10 trades, no matter how much is in your account. Take two $10 trades, right? And if you win those trades, regardless if you have to roll over or not, if you win those 2 trades, that's confirmation that your strategy is working. You're kind of hot and you're on fire. Instead of trading at $10, you can now move it up to $20. All right. And also, the more money that you trade with, the more you're gonna have to just focus on the chart to make sure all your indicators hit. If all your indicators are not hitting, don't go in. By you trading with more money, you're more able to be precise. It's about being precise and going in on trades that you know is going to be a probability that you're going to be winning by 70 to 90% chance of winning. All right. Don't go in untimely. Wait for everything to match up. All right. Also, another quick tip of advice. If I'm going in for a sell, you see how the market is spiking up. Let me just change it because, to be honest with you, this is kind of ugly. All right. Let's say it just spiked up, right? And I'm looking for a sell. If it spiked up, I want to try to get in at the highest point for the sell. So then when I sell, I'm at the highest point and I have a higher probability that it's going to go down. If I'm looking in for a buy, I want to go in at the opportunity and where it's at its lowest. So if it dips, wait for it to dip a little bit and then go in for the buy if you're going to go in for a buy. Now, if it's not going in your favor and all your indicators hit, right, definitely roll over a couple times. Do not marry the trade. If you have to roll over more than 3 to 4 times during the trade and it's not going in your way and you could clearly see on your chart that's going in the opposite direction and your indicators say it's going in the opposite direction, do not over leverage. Do not over roll over your account, because every time you roll over, more money gets taken out of your account, all right, for that trade. Most of those times when you see me trade on Instagram, they usually start off with $20 trades, $50 trades, and they end up rolling over into $80 trades. They end up rolling over to $100 trades. I just recently started making $50 trades, $100 trades, all right? The more you roll over, the more money is getting taken out of your account and the more time you have. So that's that. If you guys have any questions, definitely, type it down inside the in the chat box. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me see what's going on. All right, I see everyone in here. All right, so if you guys need to go ahead and type any questions, go ahead and write it down for me. I'll sit here for a little bit while you guys take your time and I'll do that. So I want to clarify everything that I possibly can. All right, no problem. I'm happy that I'm able to help you out, guys. All right, awesome, no questions. So that right there let me know that I actually took my time, went in depth, and I answered as much possibly things that I could, and I gave you guys some sauce. Now, before I let you guys know, I just want to give you guys my plans of what I plan on doing so you guys could be right there with me. If you're still on this call, and there were some people who got off, majority of the people that's on this call, you're on my team or you're about to be part of my team. But no matter what, you're part of my team, right? So I'm going to have another trading. So if you guys have any questions, I'm in another training. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer it there next time to go in, but take this time to actually practice it. And I'm going to also give you guys the sauce on how to trade on the weekends. Then not only that, once you guys see my accounts at $600, I'm comfortable smacking, and you guys can look at my Instagram. I usually make $100 trades on the regular. I make $100 trades on the regular. I made $500 trade last night. All right. Once I get my account past $1,500, which would be possible, if it's not done this week, it might be done next week. When I do that and I'm profitable, and you guys will start telling me that you guys are profitable, I'm gonna start taking some live trades. All right. I will be taking some live trades with you guys because I understand what it's like to start trading Forex and to lose money. And I know some of us have memberships because there's a couple of us that's on or got off, that, still owe money. And I wish that when I was part of my old team, when they, instead of them telling me I need to hurry up and pay, I wish someone came to me and said, hey, I'm going to trade along with you, be a helping hand to help you earn the money that you need so you can become active again. So when it's time for you to actually bring people into the company, if that's your wish or that's your desire, you're not going in based off my results. You're going to be able to bring people in based on your results. All right, results is what bring people in. Results is what keeps you in, and results is what keeps you profitable and able to leave your 9-to-5 if that's what you desire, if that's what you want to do. Results is going to be what continues to spike up your confidence. Your results is going to be what help you stay in faith in yourself and within God. All right, and with results, shit, you're going to be in your glow, straight up. I'd rather be in my glow everywhere I go with everything that I do. So I'm gonna start doing some live trades with you guys very soon. Once I get to that point that I say I'll be at. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And if you guys part of my team, like I said, no matter what, I want us to be profitable and making money. And when I do this out of my heart. I'm not telling you guys, I'm not telling you guys this strategy just because I feel like I'm the top and I'm feeling myself. No, my general heart is in helping people, making sure that you guys are making money, right? And guys, remember this is the last thing I say. I promise you, because I could talk forever because it's about to hit 10 o'clock. So I appreciate you guys still being here. It's the last thing I'm gonna say, right? This is the main law of making money, right? You receive by giving and you multiply by sharing. So by me giving you guys this sauce and me giving you guys this sauce and you guys being profitable, the universe and the Lord is going to bless me with more profits coming my way because I'm helping you guys be profitable. I'm helping you guys. I'm giving you guys something. And the more I share it with you guys and give you guys opportunities to make money, the more it multiplies. Because not only am I helping you get money, you're helping other people get money. This is my strategy, but I want you to bring other people in if you do desire that and teach your team how to make money. And if you're going to just stay under my team, no matter what, you're going to have confidence within me as a team leader that no matter what, you're making money with me. So God bless you guys. I love you guys, you know, and hit me up through Instagram if needed. And definitely give me a shout out or two, all right? You guys have a safe night. Be blessed. And I see you guys on the other side. My name is Terron from Redline Investment. My name is Terron from Redline Investing. And hop on this money train, guys. You guys have a good night, all right?